rock looks like something, space view from the space station of Earth. Some good looking material. I'm going to pick it up and wash it off. That's a pretty rock. You can spot those kind of things across the field pretty easy. I'm seeing a lot of chips and flakes. I just walk on down through random from one row to the next and look back and forth and see what's sticking up. Well, it looks like the corn is up nice and pretty, and the ground is plowed up to a fine grind, and I'm already seeing rocks, chips, flakes. Let's see if I can find something. I'll let you know what I find. There's a nice chip. There's something here. Flakes. It rained just a little bit. We're going to see what we can find. I'll be back. Well, there's a first time for everything again. The first time I've ever found a drill out here in 40 years. And this looks like one. And 90% of the time they're broke, and that one looks like it is. But that's the first one I've ever found out in this field. There's something laying over here too I was noticing, and we'll see what it is while I got it. It's a worked chunk. There's no telling what's in here. I'm going to take my time and look. I'll let you know what else we see. Back here in the back corner of this field, looking for St. Helena's, but they're in here. But I was looking down and I saw something. Just seeing flakes and flakes, and I look straight down. Here's something. And I go down here and check this out. It's a broke one, which 90% of them are broke. But let's see what we got. Looks like a nice point. Another heartbreaker, which it's not uncommon. I got a lot of broke bases. It might fit one of those bases. That's a nice worked broken point. So we keep looking all around this ground, and there's rocks showing everywhere from a little bit of rain. It's going to rain some more. It's trying to right now. And then I just keep seeing a lot of stuff. When it rains another ½ inch and really packs it, it's really going to show. Hopefully before the grass grows. We'll see. That's a good find. We'll look for some more. I like to have the corn out here so I can have kind of a linear focal. I can look up and down each row as I'm walking to kind of keep up with what I'm looking, the ground, covered ground evenly. But you got to remember to keep looking at your feet because you'll walk over stuff. I was taking off and I saw this. And I'll go down here and see what this is. And you can see it. Like, you can see how the ground got washed, how the rock got washed during the rain, a little bit of rain. Let's see what we got. It looks broke. There it is. There's a base to one. Probably a Pontchartrain. Well, that'd have been a nice one. Nice piece of work. That's a heartbreaker because it's broke. Ancient break. But that's how you do it. That's what I do anyway. I look around, back and forth up the corn rows and focus. A lot of people want to know what to do. You just go out and look. Focus. Keep walking. We'll be back. I'm finding a lot of stuff out here, not showing every single thing, but we'll show you after the video. Go around here looking at everything, and then I walk over here and see something right here. So I'm gonna dig it up and see what that is. It's like a big chunk off of a rock. I think that's worked. Somebody worked that. But most of the time when you come out here, you're gonna find, 500 pieces like this. And then while you're looking for this stuff, you'll look around all around you while you're down here surveying, and you'll look across and see an arrowhead, and you'll find that good arrowhead, whichever type it may be. I found a lot like that. I just kind of give you an idea. 90% of the time you're finding debitage, which is what this video is about, debitage. So you get up from here and walk on down, and you keep surveying the ground. There's more rock here. You see stuff when you go to looking and focusing, you start finding. I don't bring everything out. Everything is not, there's a lot of flakes. I got plenty of that. And but you just keep looking. Once you're down here on the ground, you can really look across there, and you're focusing and concentrating. And that's when you'll look across there and see the prize. But you got to go through the debitage first. Here's something else. You see I spotted it. Here it is. Then you go, that's the method. When you got the corn out here, you can kind of concentrate, cover your ground more efficiently, because you can follow that line. That's what I was saying in that other part too. You can kind of get a focal point to follow, and then cover your ground better. Try it and see. You'll have good luck. Walking around out here in the field again. Little show you how we usually come out here and just see the ground after it's been rained on 3 or 4 times. A lot of leaves, arrowhead shaped leaves. They're tricky. There's something right there, right next to a deer track. Isn't that something? Look at that. What is that? That's a worked flake. That's something. That's a broken pea. That's a broken arrowhead. I'll have to keep that. Well, there's something. Keep going. You just keep walking along. And looking and looking from one flake to the next. I see one rock and I go to it, and I just follow the rocks around. That's pretty much the best way to cover ground out here in 16 acres. We'll be back. Well, what we find and what we're looking for is usually 2 different things. But 90% of what you find is going to be things like this, a worked rock, on its way to being a fine piece of work, but they just never did get finished. And it could be used for something along the way, for scraping. It actually looks like maybe novaculite. This is an older site, but we'll keep looking. But you dream of that G10 perfect arrowhead, but 99% of the time you'll have cans full of these. But we'll keep looking and keep finding. Just keep our focus on the ground. We'll be back. Stay tuned. It's laying on the side. And what do you think it is? Let me get a good shot of it. Can you? I was just dreaming of a Cache River, and I have a heartbreaker, and this one's not a heartbreaker. This one is the 3rd one I've ever found out here, and it looks like it is going to be beautiful. I don't know. Have to wipe it off and clean it up, and then I'll show it to you. I was just thinking about the cache rivers I found in here, thinking about talking about them on the videos, and I think that's number 3, and that looks like a finer one than the other ones I got. I got a heartbreaker one. I'll show you. That's how you do it. You find them laying there. This one was laying right here. Just look at that.